Welcome to day 18 of the 30-day Bible study challenge. We are in 1 Timothy 3, verse 11 today. All right, it goes like this. In the same way, the women are to be worthy of respect, not malicious talkers, but temperate and trustworthy in everything. So we've been talking about deacons in the church, that is, helpers in the church. They're to help the elders and minister to the congregation. So in this, it talks about in the same way, the women. All right, some people don't think that women can be deacons, but I think it makes a whole lot more sense that they have to be. All right, if there is something, there's several things that men don't relate to women in. So if there's a woman in the congregation who's recently lost her husband and she is a widow, do you have a man go over there and comfort her, or do you have a woman go? I think there are certain tasks, just like men, there are certain tasks for men that women are better at than men. And that when they minister to one another, it makes more sense that a woman is doing than a man. So I do believe that there not only can be female deacons, but there should be female deacons. It's 50-50. There's women and men. They are to be worthy of respect. Just like in men, just people look up to them. There's certain people that I know, ladies that I respect greatly because of their devotion to Christ, because their passion for people, and they would be great deacons. Some of them are deacons. And going on, not malicious talkers. This goes for everyone. Our words should be lifted up. Something that we say in youth group all the time is speak life. Now, this should be a mantra that we think about all the time. Is this bringing life to people? Are we encouraging them? Are we lifting them up? Or is the things that we're saying about people, regardless of if the person is in that place or not when you're talking about it, is it lifting them up? Now, all of us could do better at this. All of us could improve in this, because honestly, I go to high schools and stuff like that, and I'm sickened sometimes by the way that people talk about others, regardless of if that person's there or not, say very mean things about those people. And we're having an epidemic of suicide and self-harm right now, and a huge part of that is the way that people speak to others, is that they tear them down so much that everyone thinks that they're not worthy of anything. So if you're going to want to be a deacon, if you want to be ministering to people, you need to be lifting others up. You need to be, as it says, bringing them closer to the throne of God with encouragement, doing what Jesus did, and bringing life into situations. Next, not malicious talkers, but temperate. Temperate means moderate or self-controlled. If you're if you're not being a malicious talker, you're being self-controlled. You're not doing things that would put a bad name on the church. Just like we talked about with elders, that you need to be looked up to. You need to be people seen as something that, someone says something negative about you, and instead of responding in kind, you're self-controlled. You say something loving and lifting them up. I think that's something that a lot of people in the church, we kind of just dismiss as, I'll work on that later. I got to work on these kind of things. But I think it's a huge testimony to Christ in your life, is that when someone, as it says in Christ, hits you on one cheek, you turn to them the other. Instead of responding in kind, instead of if someone insults you, you insult them back, is to respond with love. And finally, trustworthy in everything. Trustworthy in everything. This is, I think it says it for itself, that when someone is trustworthy, when someone you can depend on someone, it's a relief. It eases your burden, especially if they're ministering to helping elders, is that when you trust attached to someone, it's going to be done and done right. And that's just a huge relief to know that when you can trust someone with a task or a continuing kind of thing, and they just do it, whether it's be money. Trusting people with money is a big issue, or with people. And so just like with the men, women that are deacons should be aspiring to show people what Christians really are. That every Christian should be aspiring to be an elder and a deacon, to be looked up to, not because, oh, look how great I am, but to say, hey, look how much Christ has done in my life. That's the end of today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.